This is Ken Mercer of Mercer Moments in American History with a huge PTL. Praise the Lord. On Friday, the 27th day of June, the year 2025, the United States Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, voted 6-3 in favor of moms and dads. Let me level set. If you watched my previous YouTube program or heard the podcast, I talked about parents from the state of Maryland who were petitioning against the local school board. The schools have decided to create this new inclusivity initiative. My words, kind of a sexualization of young children, including 4- and 5-year-olds. And the parents had protested that. They asked for the right to opt out their sons and daughters. For example, one book, required reading, even for 4- and 5-year-old children, talked about how your pronouns can change. I guess it's your genders, from he, she to she, he, or we or they. Required reading again for 4- and 5-year-old children. The parents objected, saying that this is a violation of their freedom of religion, and they objected, saying we just want the right to opt out our kids of this class. Now, two things you should know on this new inclusivity initiative. Who changed? Did the students change? No. Did the moms and dads change? No. Who changed? It was the local school board. Secondly, the media will try to lead you astray and might say that the parents are looking for book burning or book banning. Well, that's just a lie from the deepest pits of you know where. The parents are just asking for the right of moms and dads to opt out their sons and daughters of material they find objectionable, material that goes against their faith and values. And by the way, the parents were a coalition of Christian, Jewish, and Muslim parents. All three groups objected to the new inclusivity initiative. These parents are pretty brave. And I have to applaud these moms and dads. They persevered. They went as they should to the local school, lost. Went to the county school board, lost. Went to the state board of education asking for the right to opt out, they lost. Even went to the court system, to the first federal judge, again, asking for the right to opt out their sons and daughters to material they found in violation of their faith and values, they lost. It went to the Court of Appeals, and finally it went to the highest court in the land. Their last chance, the United States Supreme Court. I applaud the parents and their perseverance, and I applaud the members of the Supreme Court to finally ask some questions that just made sense. I shared with you on my podcast and YouTube channel some of the actual comments in the courtroom from Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch, Amy Coney Barrett, Samuel Alito, Brett Kavanaugh, Chief Justice John Roberts, and others. And bottom line, the Supreme Court came back on the 27th day of June 2025 with what I call a landmark case. A huge, strong 6-3 verdict in favor of the parents, saying you have the right to opt out your children from material that you object to. You have the right to your freedom of religion. You have the right to be moms and dads. And that's why I began with a huge PTL. Praise the Lord. This is Ken Mercer, Mercer Moments in American History. And let me close by reminding you that in a place called the United States of America, more than ever, in God, we still trust. Right here in America, in God, we still trust. Thank you, my friends. God bless you.